Welcome back folks to Investor Diaries. Hey Nidish, what are the first few names that comes to your mind when we speak about the electric vehicle market?
Yeah, I'm sure the first name that comes to everybody's mind, and not just you and I, but also our viewers, would be Tesla. Because they have been like kind of the pioneers in this electric vehicle market. They've revolutionized the market. And also some of the established brands like the Fords, GM, Volkswagen as well. And we'll also talk about a couple of new entrants to the space like Lucid Motors and NIO, which have been also creating a lot of waves in this segment.
So very clearly, this is a very crowded market. On November 10th, this market had a new entrant, which is Rivian. It trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol RIVN. And in this video, we'll speak all about Rivian and whether it makes sense for you to invest your hard-earned money into Rivian stock. Rivian is a California-based electric car and automotive technology manufacturer with a factory located in Illinois and other facilities in United States as well as an outpost in the UK.
The company was started in 2009 by Robert R.J. Scaringe. After spending 4 years developing a coupe EV, Scaringe saw a gap in the market and pivoted to making electric trucks and electric SUVs.
The CEO then bought a former Mitsubishi plant in 2017 for production, and Rivian secured $200 million debt in 2018 for the development and testing of the company's 7-seater R1S and the electric pickup truck R1T.
These models were finally unveiled at Los Angeles Auto Show in 2018, which led to the funding spree that Rivian attracted.
In 2019, Rivian was able to raise several substantial equity rounds, with Amazon leading a $700 million round in Feb of 2019, Ford leading to a $500 million round just 2 months later, and investment giant T. Rowe Price leading a $1.3 billion round at the end of the year.
Following that, there was an additional round of $2.5 billion in 2020, again led by T. Rowe Price, which prepared the company to roll out its models for the following year.
The latest round of funding before the IPO saw that the company raised $2.65 billion in January 2021 for the continued development, production, and delivery of its vehicles, as well as building a vehicle charging network.
In 2020, Rivian had projected a delivery of 20,000 vehicles in 2021 and expected that figure to be double by 2022.
However, in its most recent S1 filing released in September, Rivian stated that it has more than 48,000 pre-orders for its R1T pickup and R1S SUV.
It just seems that the market has decided that the company Rivian is worth more than Ford and General Motors, and that is huge. I think the market cap now is about $100 billion. So hence we decided we really need to talk about this company.
The stock price has been extremely volatile in the first few sessions of trading. The stock price ballooned to over $130, implying over $110 billion valuation for a company, mind you, that has no meaningful revenue as of today.
And that's quite a steep valuation. And that's making us tilt towards being bearish on the stock.
Let's look at the number of electric vehicles sold every single year. A total of 2.65 million EVs was sold in the first half of 2021, an increase of 168% over 2020. According to evvolumes.com, it is expected that there will be 6.4 million EV sales in 2021, which represents 98% increase over 2020.
Rivian just started production and deliveries, with the total deliveries planned to reach around 1,000 units of deliveries by the year end on a production of 1,200 units. Now, it is worthwhile to note, like we mentioned earlier, they have delivered so far as of October only 156 vehicles. This is also another reason not to be super stoked about this stock yet.
Production of the R1S is expected to commence in December, with deliveries this year as being minimal to none.
These volumes will need to scale up significantly over the next 4 quarters, as the company has 55,400 R1T and R1S pre-orders in the United States and Canada from customers. Rivian has stated that it intends to fulfill these orders and complete the delivery backlog by 2023, implying a substantial growth in the volumes from approximately 1,000 units in 2021 to an estimated 20,000 in 2022. In September 2019, Amazon signed a deal with Rivian for about 100,000 electric delivery vans. Rivian is preparing to deliver the first 10,000 of those electric delivery vans by as early as December 2022.
Jim Cramer of CNBC tried to make sense of the volatility in the stock price of Rivian by saying that it's not often that you see a company with a sold out production line even before it enters mass manufacturing, but that exactly is Rivian's pedigree.
Now, as you said, because it is in the early stages of the car production, Rivian is yet to post a profit. And actually, there has been no meaningful revenues for Rivian so far, as the number of vehicles delivered has been very minimal. Until the company scales to output, the losses will continue to take place.
It had a net loss of 426 million in 2019 and 1 billion in 2020. And when I look at this stat for 2021, the first half of the year, Rivian's already lost $1 billion.
In October, it released the Q3 results and the numbers didn't look rosy. It expects to post a quarterly net loss of $1.28 billion. Additionally, it expects the operating losses to be around $725 million to $775 million.
So quite clearly, Nidish, Rivian needs to start manufacturing at scale and generating revenues in excess of at least $500 million to avoid falling down a pit of widening losses and prolonging the path towards profitability.
And this company has caught the attention of Elon Musk. He highlighted in a tweet that Tesla is the only American car manufacturer to have reached the high production volume. He hopes that Rivian is able to achieve this high production and break-even cash flow, and that is the absolute true test of this company.
So one thing is clear, Rivian is in a very crowded segment and it is hardly the only auto manufacturer to corner the EV truck market. Actually, one of Rivian's top investors, that is Ford Motors, turns out to be one of its top competitors as well.
That's right. Ford began selling an EV version of its famed F-Series pickups in 2020, and it's named as the F-150 Lightning. Much like the R1T, this model has a 300-mile range, but it is $30,000 cheaper than Rivian's.
And on that point, Nidish, Tesla is also working towards its Cybertruck model, which looks like something out of a Mad Max movie.
Right.
And consumers are very interested in this Cybertruck. There are some other issues that are not covered by the mainstream media, but we thought that you folks should know about the shortcomings for Rivian. The first one is labor shortages across the United States. Now, US manufacturers are struggling with labor shortages and wage issues. When Rivian actually starts mass manufacturing vehicles, it will have to battle through these hiccups when they come into the picture.
Additionally, the biggest EV market is based in China, and Rivian is yet to set up a manufacturing plant outside the US.
There's another cloud on Rivian. Its former vice president of sales and marketing, Laura Schwab, is suing the company, and she's claimed that she was wrongfully dismissed after she complained about the toxic bro culture in the company. What's also concerning is that she's warned that the delivery targets of Rivian are not achievable. Should you invest in the Rivian stock? And the answer is an emphatic no.
So clearly, there are a lot of uncertainties surrounding this company. For us to recommend a stock to you, we need to see certain catalysts and certain evidences and data points pointing in the favor of the company. If you look at some of our past recommendations, there has been a unique selling point that each company had. But with Rivian, we were trying to find that one particular USP, and we unfortunately came up with none. Our recommendation is not to buy Rivian stock at this moment. The best approach might be to wait a few quarters, see how the company is performing, see if there's a plan for the company to narrow their losses, and probably then invest.
So that's a wrap, folks. Please let us know your thoughts on the Rivian stocks in the comment section below. And until next time, thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.